Hello friends, hope everything is fine with you guys. In this lecture we will explore the use of gradient tool in web designing. Generally we will provide the gradient overlay using layer style only. So let's draw a rectangle. Select the rectangle tool and draw a rectangle just like this. Now let's go to the layer style. Well, as you know that a layer has two main parts. One is layer thumbnail and the layer name. Well, let's double click on the blank space. You will see a window popping up. The name of it is layer style. Here we have an option gradient overlay. Just click on this. See, we got a cool gradient, isn't it? Well, when you click on this gradient overlay, you will see some options here. The first one is blend mode. Let's make it normal only. We will not discuss about blend mode in this lecture, as we have discussed it in layer style only. Okay? In case you have an issue understanding the blend mode, feel free to post in the discussion. Okay? The main thing on which we will be working with is this gradient editor. So let's click on this gradient editor. When you click on this gradient editor, you will see this window popping up. These are known as color stops. Here we have 3 color stops. You can change this color stop. For changing, you have 2 ways. One is click on the color stop and click on this color. You will see the color picker window is popping up. Now you can change the color. See, now it's red. Now click on OK. There is another way, that is double click on the color stop. See, again color picker window has popped up. Now you can change the color again. Whenever you are satisfied, just click on OK. That's it. This is the way you can provide the gradient overlay. I know that this is looking horrible, isn't it? Okay. Next we have the style option. In this, we will work with linear or radial. We won't be using this angle or reflected or diamond. Sometimes we will check this reverse option, and sometimes we will leave this option unchecked. And next we have the angle. If you change the angle, see what happens. The gradient is providing just like this. Now let's uncheck the reverse option. See, it is providing in this direction, isn't it? You can even move the gradient. See, just like this. Just click and drag. Well, let's provide a good gradient overlay. Make the angle 90 degrees. Now let's change the colors. Let's make it this color. And now we want to copy this color here. For that, just click on the color stop and now click here. You will see that this color stop has been copied here. Or you can say that a new color stop has been created with the same color. Okay? Now these are the opacity stops at the top. Here you can change the opacity. You can make it 0 or you can make it 100%. Okay? Or anywhere in between them. Okay? So this is how you can provide a gradient overlay. Now let's click on OK. So it seems like it's a metallic pipe, isn't it? Or you can use it as a call to action button also. So let's select the type tool, and as you can see that the rectangle is selected, press Ctrl H to deselect it, and right here say click me. Let's change its color to white and move it inside the rectangle. Now press Ctrl J to duplicate the Click Me. Now select the Click Me layer. Make sure the Move tool is selected. For this you can select the Move tool or you can press the keyboard shortcut V. Move 1 to 2 pixels down. Now select the Type tool and change its color to black. Let's zoom in. See, bevel effect, isn't it? It's nothing. The secret is we have two text layers, one with white and the other with black. Now let's zoom out. It's looking really cool, isn't it? Click Me. Okay. There is another way by which you can provide a gradient overlay. Well, that is known as the gradient mask. Let me illustrate this by an example. Let's select the rectangle 1 layer. Now let's add a layer mask. Well, you can ask that how I can add a layer mask. Make sure that your layer is selected. Now click on this button. If you hover over it, you can see that its name is Add Layer Mask. So just click on it. See, we have got a layer mask thumbnail. Inside it, it's full white. Let me tell you, in masking, white means everything will be visible and black means hide. So white means visible, black means hide. Okay. Now let's select the gradient tool. This one. So select it by clicking it. Now come here in the option menu. You will see that there are various options. The first one is the gradient editor. Again, you can change the colors. Okay. Now, if you want to provide the gradient mask, you need to make sure that this black to white gradient is selected. Okay. So select it by clicking it. Next we have the gradient styles. The first one is linear. Then we have radial. Okay. Next we have the angle gradient and reflected gradient and diamond gradient. Well, we won't be using these three. We will be using either linear or radial. Okay. And then comes the blend mode. Next, opacity. Okay. For now, let's not make it complex because in web designing, we'll be providing a simple gradient mask if sometimes needed. Okay. Well, so make sure that you select this black to white gradient. Now make sure that the layer mask thumbnail is selected. Now hold the shift key and let's provide a gradient of black to white from bottom to top. Just like this. See what happened. Inside the layer mask thumbnail, we have got this black to white. So the black part is hiding the rectangle. And inside the white part, we can see the remaining. Okay. So sometimes you can use this for the reflection effect. So let's undo this effect. This is the history panel. Well, if you can't see this history panel, make sure you go to the window menu and make sure that the history panel is checked. Okay. Now let's go to the previous state. Now let's select all these three layers and make a group. Press Ctrl J to duplicate the group. Now select the copy group and move it down. Go to Edit, Transform, Flip Vertical. Just like this. Now let's provide a layer mask on this group. Select the black to white gradient and provide a gradient mask. just like this. Now you can reduce its opacity. So in this lecture we have seen what's the importance of gradient tool and how we can use it. Okay, so that's it for this lecture. See you in the next lecture. Till then, have fun, take care.